And President Trump's special envoy, Steve Witkoff, is heading to Israel later today to address the growing humanitarian crisis in Gaza. The trip comes as pressure mounts from both the Democrats and some Republicans for the U.S. to expand food aid and push harder for a ceasefire. NBC's Matt Bradley reports from Tel Aviv.
Well, the news here today is that Steve Witkoff, President Donald Trump's special envoy to the Middle East, who also does a lot of work with Russia and Ukraine, he just arrived here and he's going to be doing meetings with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and other officials. This is actually a very interesting move because normally Mr. Witkoff doesn't come here unless there's some big deal in the offing, some ceasefire announcement that's about to be made or major advances in peace talks. Now we know that that is not the case, but it looks as though the Israelis have said that they will be pushing harder into the Gaza Strip now that those peace talks in Doha last week more or less have fallen apart. The situation in the Gaza Strip continues to be desperate. We just heard yesterday from officials there that at least 30 people were killed waiting in line for aid. And this is something that we're seeing on a regular basis. People dying in huge numbers, trying to get food in order to stay alive. Now, we've also heard from Hebrew language media, from the Israeli media, that Mr. Witkoff might actually go into the Gaza Strip and visit one of the sites operated by the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. This is a controversial U.S. and Israeli-backed group that has taken up the mantle of distributing so far a lot of the aid that has been getting into the Gaza Strip. And this is now the fourth day since the Israelis have really just slightly opened the spigot of aid coming into the Gaza Strip. They're allowing other countries to airdrop aid. They've been bringing hundreds of truckloads of aid into the Gaza Strip. But officials there say, and UN and aid agencies say, this isn't nearly enough, particularly to reverse the ravages of malnutrition on some of the youngest people, who so far make up more than half of about 150 dead from malnutrition ever since this war started. Matt Bradley, NBC News, Tel Aviv.